Hey guys, we are back for another portfolio update. We do these updates weekly, and this is our 2022 M1 Finance Battle, where we cover covered calls, S&P 500 ETFs, REITs, and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Each slice or category has 5 holdings in them, and our portfolio value lost a little bit more this week. We started at 881, and at the end of the week, we are at 872. So let's go over to the Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheets spreadsheet tracker. Here we are in each different colored categories. We have the different values here in week 7. The REITs are at $215. The covered calls are at $235. The S&P 500 ETFs are at $227, and the NASDAQ 100 ETFs are at $193. The overall portfolio value dropped another 1.3% this week and has dropped a total value of 12.7% with a starting value of $100. And the covered calls again are in the lead with these 3 different categories or slices. And here's a graph of what it looks like for the entire year of 2022. And it looks like the NASDAQ 100 slice has actually fallen off of the graph. So we're going to have to change the value here. Let's change it to 190. Hopefully we don't continue to slide this year, but we shall see. We did not have any gainers this week. Every single one of these slices fell compared to week 6. Let's go over to the weekly trackers, and I had to freeze cells A through F here just because it's starting to get a little long. Here in column G, we started with $50 with each one of these different funds or ETFs or REITs or whatever they are, stocks. And here we are at week 7 in the REIT category. The top REIT was Welltower, and it actually increased and overtook Realty Income Corp here in the orange and yellow. The top REIT continued to be Welltower Incorporated, and the bottom REIT again this week is DLR or Digital Realty Trust. The overall slice fell about 50 cents to about $1 from week 6 to week 7. Over with the covered calls, Devo looks like it took the lead over top PBP this week. PBP fell a little bit more than Devo did. So Devo is the top covered call fund in this covered call slice, and the lowest one would be QYLD, having a fairly significant drop from week 5. And it looks like we actually had a little bit of a gain here in one of our funds. RYLD actually has been gaining since week 5. RYLD is NASDAQ 100's Russell 2000 covered call fund. So the lowest fund this week in the covered call slice is $45 QYLD, and the highest is $47 for Devo, with the overall slice losing close to $1 to $2 worth of value. Down at the S&P 500 ETF slice, again, VOOV, the value stocks for Vanguard, are continuing to win in this slice, and all of these slices are pretty much tracking very similar, with VOOG being the bottom fund and VOOV being the top fund, and all 3 S&P 500 funds staying very close neck and neck here in the middle. The last but not least fund, actually it is the least and it is the last, would be the NASDAQ 100 slice, with QQQJ taking the top spot here in week 7 as well as week 6, and the bottom would be our triple leveraged fund TQQQ, where QLD and TQQQ are our double and triple leveraged funds. I think if we see the NASDAQ 100 slice come up this year, it would be pretty cool to see how these slices start to gain on the regular NASDAQ 100 funds. So that is it for this week, week 7, for our M1 portfolio or M1 Finance portfolio battle. I'll see you next week.